Hello everyone. I am Darina Zvetanova, an IT recruiter at IT Experts Europe. In today's video, I will talk about Caliper Assessment Pre-Employment Test. I will try to give you tips how to pass it well and explain it. The Caliper Assessment Vitality, or Caliper Profile Test, is a popular pre-employment test evaluating cognitive abilities and personality traits related to leadership, interpersonal communication, decision-making, and time management. The score you obtain indicates how well you fit the job and is used to select the most promising candidate. Positions differ in the attributes necessary to succeed. As a result, Caliper assessments are tailored to fit the job description of each role. The Caliper assessment consists of 4 parts. Sections A, B, and D are personality tests, while Section 100 is cognitive. Let's dive in. Welcome to section of the Caliper test. Each question consists of a block of statements. Read the statements, and try to think if you identify with them in a workplace. For each question, please allocate 1 statement to most like me and 1 to least like me. Question 1. Statement A. It's sometimes preferable to surrender than to chance wounding a person. It evaluates quality, ego strength, low. Those with low ego strength view challenges as occasions to avoid. In many cases, reality can seem too overwhelming to deal with. Not hurting people's feelings is positive, however, many contemporary businesses ideally expect their staff to find a way to achieve success and avoid surrendering without wounding others. Statement B. I'm generally adept at casual conversation. Most like me. It evaluates quality, gregariousness, high. Being at ease, networking will facilitate gaining new contacts and exchanging fresh ideas and knowledge. It is scored 9 and not 10 due to use of the term generally. Being adept at casual conversation is a more positive candidate quality than those represented in the other 3 statements. Statement C. I aim to adhere to the established processes and/or regulations. It evaluates quality, openness low. A preference for thinking creatively and generating new ways to solve problems is always preferable to a focus on pre-established processes unless in a regulatory law enforcement environment. That said, a preparedness to comply when needed to meet requirements is an essential balance. Statement D. I find my workday gets out of hand at times. Least like me. It evaluates quality, self-structure, low. A low ability to maintain control and organization in a busy schedule is never positive in a candidate. Question 2. Statement A. I seldom rethink my choices. It evaluates quality, openness, low. Those with low openness scores are often preoccupied with their own approach to business and do not opt for rethinking their decisions. The right balance is to rethink mistakes to ensure they do not recur, but without anxiety or overfocus. Statement B. I try to avoid becoming overbearing and hard to please with people. Most like me. It evaluates quality, aggressiveness medium. People with high scores in aggressiveness tend to be forceful when defending their ideas or actions. Individuals with low scores would be unlikely to take a firm approach. Using the optimal amount of appropriate assertiveness means avoiding being demanding when at all possible. Statement C. Instead of speeding through yellow lights, I normally stop. It evaluates quality, external structure high, reverse. Avoiding running through yellow lights while not a directly work-relevant behavior is not negative and also demonstrates awareness of essential guidelines such as safety. A capacity to cooperate and operate as a team player is a positive. Statement D. People will frequently exploit you with little hesitation. Least like me. It evaluates quality, skepticism high. It does not build team business relationships to anticipate everyone will exploit you at every turn. While a moderate amount of skepticism can protect the business, at high levels it tends to be counterproductive. Question 3. Statement A. Managers, in my opinion, are overly concerned with their employees' emotions and not enough with the sum and substance. It evaluates quality, sensitivity low. Although awareness of contributions to team performance is a valid requirement, it should ideally not be at the cost of colleagues' feelings. Statement B. I perform optimally in settings where I am in control. It evaluates quality, self-structure. Preference for independently determining work methods is okay in moderation for general team members. Team unity and approach is, however, a clear contributor to positive team performance, and self-structure is not positive in extremes. Needing to always be in control is thus not a positive quality. Statement C. Even when success is at risk, it is best not to be overly aggressive. Most like me. It evaluates quality, aggressiveness medium. There is a desirable middle ground in this statement between not being overly forceful, which tends to breed further aggressiveness, and an inability to exercise the firmness required in a situation. Although personalities vary, a high average on this trait is desirable. Statement D. I occasionally worry about situations where I have no power. Least like me. It evaluates quality, stress tolerance low medium. Worry and anxiety are not valuable candidate qualities. However, the reality is, we all occasionally worry about the outcomes of tasks and projects that are taken out of our hands. The capacity to put aside worry and utilize that energy to drive performance and what we can control is thus central more than not having any worry at all. Question 4. Statement A. I demand instant outcomes. Least like me. Quality, urgency high. Very little in business environments happens immediately. Immediate results are thus a fantasy, and seeking after them is likely to produce only frustration and impatience. While a drive towards efficient production is positive, it should not be a need or demand for instant gratification. Statement B. Dislike by others fails to concern me. Quality, sensitivity low, reverse. Failing to build constructive relationships is never a positive quality. In balance to this, we cannot be overwhelmed by the dislike of others and be overly sensitive. Statement C. If I stick to my predetermined goals, I can miss out on the genuinely essential responsibilities. Most like me. Quality, flexibility, high. Readiness to change a strategy and adapt to shifting conditions inspires high-quality project and task outcomes. This is a central candidate quality in modern business environments that rapidly evolve, requiring responsiveness to changing requirements. Statement D. It's best to continue with something that has worked previously. Quality, stress tolerance, high. Failing to embrace innovation and a capacity to think outside of the box is not a desirable approach in modern business. There are, however, occasions where proven approaches can be useful, such as when there is insufficient time for review of change prospects. Question 5. Statement A. If I'm challenged, I will retreat rather than resist. Least like me. Quality, ego drive, low. People that score low on the ego drive trait are unlikely to put up much energy into reaching an agreement. Rising to challenges and finding a way forward is a preferable approach. Statement B. Most individuals would never deliberately mislead you. Quality, skepticism low. It is conducive to team building and business relationships to believe the other have the best for connections with others rather than expressing doubt or accusations. The reality is that different individuals and groups have varying agendas, some of which may be hard to discern. Asking the hard-hitting and candid questions helps to avoid miscommunications or assumptions that lead to team and business dissatisfaction. Statement C. When I prioritize a project, I see it through to completion. Most like me. Quality, self-structure, high. Independently determining your work approach and priorities and following those to completion are key team qualities in all aspects of business. Statement D. I become irritated when I can't complete a task fast. Quality, urgency high. Becoming stressed or frustrated does not enhance team or individual performance or lead to faster completion of a task. Question 6. Statement A. I don't let everyday setbacks bother me. Most like me. Quality, stress tolerance, high. The capacity to remain unconcerned about possible negative setbacks promotes a forward-looking and optimistic outlook that boosts the work atmosphere across the team and contributes to enhanced performance. Difficulties come, but if a candidate navigates this smoothly, the outcomes for individuals and their teams are more positive. Statement B. I eagerly anticipate a big celebration with plenty of guests. Quality, gregariousness, high. Being comfortable meeting new individuals and striking up discussions at group events is a positive quality. Not every successful staff member needs to enjoy large parties and celebrations, hence the stress tolerance statement above is marked as most desirable. Statement C. The majority of individuals are reliable. Least like me. Quality, skepticism low. All four statements in this question are positive to some degree, but this one is less so for many work positions. But being too trusting may not be an asset in business when a more middle ground approach to trusting others is more desirable. Statement D. I'd rather take a chance on something new but promising than stick to more familiar methods. Quality. Risk-taking high. Willingness to take chances. Individuals scoring high on this attribute are likely to take chances on untested initiatives. People with low scores tend to be reluctant to risk failure. Question 7. Statement A. Making chit-chat with strangers is challenging for me. Least like me. Quality. Gregariousness, low. Avoiding or being uncomfortable initiating conversations with strangers may mean loss of opportunities to build positive business connections. Statement B. People who take too long to take action irritate me. Quality. Urgency high. It is one thing to be driven to act quickly yourself, which can add value to a team, but it is quite another to be annoyed and irritated when colleagues have a different approach. The latter does not promote respect. There is, however, scope to assist colleagues to design faster and more efficient ways to approach tasks rather than saying nothing. Statement C. I feel no remorse related to my past actions. Most like me. Quality. Cautiousness low. Looking back with regret or anxiety takes the focus away from current requirements and needs. This is more positive for these positions than the other three somewhat negative statements. There are, however, occasions where mistakes occurred that need to be reviewed, remedied, and apologized for moving forward. Statement D. Even if something new seems appealing, I prefer to stick with what I'm familiar with. Quality. External structure high. Contemporary businesses are characterized by innovation and openness to fresh ideas and approaches, not dedication to past ways of doing things. Choosing what works best for the current projects and the assembled team is best. Question 8. Statement A. Before I start something, I like to know exactly how it should be done. Quality. Cautiousness medium high. Careful planning and research prior to commencing a project is valuable, but needing to know all the exact elements is not always necessary or time effective. Statement B. On occasion, I find it difficult to get back to the task after being reprimanded. Least like me. Quality. Ego strength, low. Bouncing back to work after a rejection or criticism without being overly sensitive about it could be emotionally challenging. However, building resilience not to take things personally and to bounce back quickly is a necessary development skill. Statement C. I prefer to manage my own business and risk it not working out rather than be an executive at a long-standing stable business. Quality. Risk-taking high. Most of the jobs the Caliper test will cover are in larger corporate environments who are unlikely to recruit candidates with a preference for small business environments. This statement is equally as negative as the previous one but less relevant. Statement D. The sentiments of others should not significantly affect a competent manager's judgments. Most like me. Quality. Sensitivity. Low. None of the four statements in this question are particularly positive. Low sensitivity to others can lead to increased conflict and disharmony in team member, stakeholder, and customer relationships. It is, however, expedient to be persuasive, communicate well, and bring your team with you when decisions are made.